There's inflation in the news. How about that raid? And what about those New York Yankees? We'll tell you about this in a great segment of All Around Town coming up on this edition of Plugged In. Stay with us.
Good morning, everybody.
A very pleasant good day to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Jack.
I'm Karen.
Yeah, with
Palmore.
Palmore Real Estate. And
You let me say my own name.
I did, and we're powered by our good friends over at
Remax Trinity.
It's good to have you with us today. A lot of things going on.
Oh,
around
big
our
news
town.
this week since the last show.
Absolutely. You want to start us off?
Oh, yeah. Well, the big news that came out over the weekend was the $740 billion Inflation Reduction Bill that was passed by the Senate.
Yeah, I don't see
it
how
is
they're
now
naming
going
it
to the
that.
House. It's just pure craziness.
It is.
That they're putting a bill forward like this when we're in a recession. Of course, recession meaning which definition?
Recession or regression?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference.
I just don't get the stupidity. I'm sorry.
I don't either. And Karen put out on our Facebook group page a question about what did you think about this bill, and it hasn't passed yet.
Yeah.
It's still in the House of Representatives, and there are some Democrats that are thinking twice about this because it will reflect how they look during the midterm elections coming up in about 3 months.
And I told everybody be nice.
Yes, you did.
On the questions, so be nice, and a few of them responded saying, well, I have a lot to say about that, but I can't be nice. So I thought it was hilarious.
We did have a good feedback from one of our viewers. It says, with all of these new IRS agents, which incidentally, 87,000 IRS agents will be hired if this bill passed. And he says, with all those IRS agents, anyone who voted conservative will be audited and harassed just like the Obama administration. The IRS and Department of Justice are the liberal socialist Democrats' Gestapo. That's from John Bossy.
And you know, the crazy thing I just found out, I didn't even know this existed, is that they have a criminal department that are armed like an army.
And I'll tell you what,
I was shocked.
After we heard that report, it was shocking because they have more ammunition stored, I think, than the U.S. military. And they just spent $700,000 this year alone on more ammunition. So you're going to have armed IRS agents.
And they're coming after you.
Yep.
It's not the rich and wealthy. It's the people like us.
Yeah, that means a lot more audits on your taxes, and they're coming after you to collect them.
Well, honestly, I feel like they'll go after the ones that owe back taxes and haven't filed their taxes in like 100 years because I don't know why, but so.
Well, we're not going to make it political here on the program, but that is a big thing. That is a big thing. That's going to affect you and us. So let's watch that House vote very, very carefully.
The next thing that's hilarious, in my opinion, is Mayor Adams of New York City is a big old whiny baby standing up there whining about getting maybe 40 people to a busload coming into his sanctuary city, which they voted to have, while Texas is sitting here getting 7,000 a day.
Or more than that, actually.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Yeah, they're complaining about 4,000 illegals being in New York City. Some of those came before Governor Abbott started busing. So they're complaining, Karen, about 4,000 illegals, and we're getting 2 million.
Oh, we've just been invaded. I'm sorry. It's an invasion.
So, Governor Abbott,
what a crapshoot.
I'm proud of you. You keep it up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and the other funny thing about Mayor Adams, he said he's going to send a busload of Democrats from New York City to Texas to go door knocking to campaign against Governor Abbott and for Beto O'Rourke.
Robert Francis O'Rourke is his name. He is not Hispanic. He is Irish. O'Rourke. How much more Irish can you get?
I loved what Governor Abbott said. Said, come on, bring them on
Bring
down.
'em
That'll
down.
just help
Yep.
my campaign that much more. Yes.
And of
you
course, the
are
big
correct.
news was the raid on Donald Trump's residence this past Monday.
Yeah.
And talk about
What
hypocrisy.
a crock.
It's a crapshoot.
I don't know when they're going to stop going after this man. They're so scared of him being elected president that they're going to pull any punch, anything they can. And of course, they have the mainstream media
Well,
behind them.
My thing is, why don't they invade Hunter Biden's house?
Yeah.
Why don't they invade
The president's house.
Joe Biden's Delaware home? Why
Yeah.
don't they invade Pelosi's big mansion? Why don't they invade all those other? Such a hypocrisy. It's
Now
so
stop it.
hypocritical.
Those are logical questions that everybody has that nobody answers.
And they never will be answered. It's
Hey,
just not
another
right.
big thing going on this week. Some of our schools have started back.
Yes.
And a lot more are starting back next week, and we'll show you who those are here in just a second. But I wanted to take a minute to ask you to please be very careful. When you see a school bus stopped, and a lot of times those red stop signs come out from the side of the bus, that means that they're loading or unloading students, and you should not go around that bus. Have some patience. Think about the safety of our children, not only in our schools, but taking them and delivering them to and from
Yeah.
the school bus.
And you might want to plan to leave a little bit early for work because once school starts, the traffic
gets a lot worse.
lot worse. We have a school right over here by us, and we have to go a different direction because
You can't get out.
it's just.
And
It
if
didn't-
you're wondering, if you're new to the area and you're wondering which school districts start next week, let's take a look at those right quick so that you can write it down and know when your child should be in school.
So August 15th, back to school. First day is Fort Worth, Springtown, Eagle Mountain, Saginaw, Carroll, and Arlington. That's August 15th. And then on the 16th, Kennedale starts. August
right.
16th.
On the
And then the
16th.
Big Kuna.
Right there on the
Excuse me.
17th, Azle, Aledo, Weatherford, Northwest, Keller, Birdville, Burleson, Grapevine, Mansfield, and White Settlement will be going back to school.
Correct. So there you go.
There you are. You'll have information on when your child needs to go back to school. Hey, we had a good time this week. We
Yes, we
went
did.
and visited the beautiful home of Lorretta and Tim Adcock. Lorretta is a chef, and she has some interesting products,
Yeah,
and
we
we
had
wanted to find out about it.
Yeah, we had a really good interview, or a really good talk.
So we took our cameras and went to their home, and Karen had a chance to sit down and visit with Lorretta. And that interview went something like this.
Good morning, everybody. How is everybody? I am here at the home of Tim and Lorretta Adcock. Still can't get that right. And we are here to promote her business. And what is your business called?
It's Retta Stammtisch.
Okay, and explain what that stands for.
Stammtisch is a German word that's the owner's table. You can't sit there unless you're asked to be a part of that table. So we invite everyone to our table. We do,
That's a great name.
yeah, it's.
So, how did you get started, and where did you go to school? She's a chef,
Yeah.
just so you know.
So I was a nurse for 40 years. I'm retired from doing that. I went to culinary school in Le Cordon Bleu in Dallas. Took about a year. And then 2013, I started this business. And about 2 years ago, I started doing farmers markets. And it's just spiraled since then.
Spiraled from there, and you've had some good success.
Yes. Yes.
That's excellent. So, show us some of your product. I mean, what you're famous for is your
Sauerkraut. I also make macarons.
Macarons.
Here lately, I've been doing sourdough bread and selling that at the markets, which is
Sourdough bread. You got to
Yes.
have a starter for that,
Yep.
don't you?
It's in the refrigerator.
There you go.
We've recently started doing mustard. We ferment that for about 3 weeks. Sauerkraut is a really big seller. Kimchi, those are all fermented products. I also do jams and jellies. We have the sauces that we ferment. We make ketchup. We do spice rubs. Occasionally I'll do dog biscuits. But right now with the heat in the macarons, I can't really display them right now. So
Oh, sure.
I have to keep those refrigerated.
Right.
So right now when it cools off, it'll get
So,
better.
so what are some of the farmers markets that you attend so people will know where to go?
Okay, so on the first and third Saturday of every month through October, I do the Let's Grow Crazy in Mineral Wells. That's from 8 to 12. And then every second Saturday, I do a market in Bridgeport at the Home Builders parking lot from 8 to 12. And then every third Saturday of the month in the fall, I'll be doing the Belton Market Days down in Belton, Texas.
Well, do you have any new locations that you're thinking about going to?
I'm thinking about looking into Cleburne. Also, there's one in Saginaw that I've heard
local.
about, and I'd like to try to get into the Clear Fork, but that's really a hard one to get into. You have to
Really?
have a certain thing. What I do, they already have people doing that stuff.
Oh, they don't like to repeat.
Exactly, exactly.
Well, that's a shame.
So, yep.
Well, that's great. So, everybody, if you're out in the areas of Mineral Wells, that's this coming weekend?
No, it's next weekend.
Next weekend. Okay. Not this weekend, next weekend. Great. So, what made you decide to go to chef school after going to school for being a nurse?
I'd always wanted to become a chef, and the opportunity came about, and as they say, the planets aligned, and I just jumped in, did it, and I hadn't looked back since.
That's awesome. That's great. I think everybody should do stuff like that. You never need to stop learning.
That's right.
So I'm going to have Jack pan over to all her product just a little bit so everybody can see how beautiful they look and her display, and then have you move over to her sign, and we will have her information following this interview on where she's going to be in the next few weeks. And we've known each other for a long time.
About 8 years.
Since we moved here.
Yep.
We've known you and Tim and have become friends and greatness. And she used to make us dog biscuits for our little Dolly, which she passed away in March 3rd. It's so great to have you on our show.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
having
much
me.
for doing this. Thank you, my
you're
sweet.
welcome.
And we will be back in just a few minutes. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
She's so cute.
What a fun lady.
Yeah, she's really good at what she does. So I want to put up here a slide that shows her upcoming farmers markets.
There you go. There you go.
So you've got your hometown building, which is in Bridgeport, August 13th, 8 to 12. And then she's got the Let's Grow Crazy in Mineral Wells. And she won't be there on this one in August, but she'll be there October.
Right.
And then you've got the Belton Market Days in Belton, and it's September the 17th, 9 to 4, and also October 15th, 9 to 4.
All right. Well, you need to go out there and try her product.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I did have
what
a slice.
Pleasure to talk to Lorretta, and we thank you so much for taking time out of your day to visit us here on Plugged In. And if you know of someone in our area within a 50-mile radius of Lake Worth in either direction that has a good story, someone
Has
that
a
does
talent.
something special, a talent, maybe a musician, an artist,
Or
Lorretta,
trying to run
cook.
a fundraiser if you want doing a fundraiser like we put boogers
Burgers for babies. Yes. And if you're a new business in the area and you'd like some free publicity, give us a call and we'll be happy to come out and let you talk about your business, because If local people support local
Locals.
businesses, it just makes our communities that much stronger.
Yeah. We need to stick together.
We do.
Also, I did have a chance to taste her sourdough gray. It was delicious. Just saying.
There's some great events coming up this weekend. Most of them are, well, all of them are centered around back to school.
Yeah, there's back to school celebrations, and some do have school supplies, and some don't. But most of these are free for you to go to. So the first one is in Keller at the Keller Town Hall. It's tomorrow, and it's really at night.
Yeah.
And it's going to be. They have a band coming out called what?
The Pooh Live Crew.
Yeah.
What a great.
Anyway, it's just a back to school where the parents and the kids can get together and have a fun time. The next two are in Fort Worth.
I'm still laughing over Pooh Live Crew.
Back to School Explosion, which is I can't read that. You've got your glasses.
It's an entrepreneur expo. There's going to be a water slide, a bounce house, games being played. They'll have school supplies, food, fun and games, vendor tables there for you to take a look at. And it's all free. It's 11 a.m. till 2 p.m.
And that is one that will have school supplies available. I don't know if they're free or if you buy them. I don't know that.
And it's located over there on Carroll Avenue in Fort Worth. So
At the
you
New
might want to
Harvest.
plan that. Yeah.
And the next one is Gear Up for School.
Yeah, it's just kind of a get together
It's a
and
celebration.
a celebration to get the kiddos ready to get back to
And
school.
I'm not quite
next
sure what they have in store. They may have some supplies, but you know. And that's Saturday, August 13th from 8 to 10. And it's at the Unity One Credit Union Stockyard Branch in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
So you can hit all three if you wanted to.
Absolutely, you can. I mean, the times are perfect for you.
Yeah,
And it's set up there. You could hit all three of them and have a little fun with that. But anyway, that's what's going on this weekend. We're going to wrap up today. We have a featured home we want to show you if you're in the market to buy a new home. Karen and I are always happy to help you, as you can see under our names here. Here's how you get in touch with us. But this week we have a beautiful home we want to show you that you can buy. It's over at 10816 Devontree in Fort Worth, and it's listed by our good friend at Remax, Stacy Shelley.
Yeah, it's in the area code zip code 76052. So that's kind of the Hazlitt area, just so everybody knows. Sorry, it's 2694 square feet, 3 beds, 3 baths. And I believe it has 2 living, 2 dining, but I didn't put that up there.
As you can see from
If you
the
want to give us a
pictures.
call for more
Yeah.
information, we'll be happy to give it to you. So
That's
there you have
exactly
it.
right. And she would appreciate it too. Give us a call if we can help you. We're both licensed realtors. Karen's an associate broker.
Yes,
And we would be happy to help.
happy to help.
Well, it's been a lot of fun this weekend, this week, and we're looking forward to the weekend. If you'd like to get in touch with us or see some past programs, very easy to do. Just go on to YouTube and search Plugged In, and it'll bring up our Facebook group page, which will let you see all of the programs that we've done so far. Now, if you'd like to be a part of our Facebook group page, that's very simple too. Go on Facebook, go down to the bottom, and click on groups, and hit search, Powered Up, and Plugged In. Our Facebook group page will come up. Join us. Become a member. It doesn't cost you anything, and you'll have a voice every time there's a question or things that come up, or if you just have something you want to say, we will have it there on the Facebook group page, because this program, this Facebook group page is for you, our community, not just us.
Yep.
So,
And our email address is pluggedin2024 at gmail.com. If you can get in touch with us that way too.
that's absolutely right. It's been a lot of fun this week. Thanks, Karen. Anything else that we've left out, I think?
No, just everybody have a great weekend. Hopefully we won't have any big breaking news.
Well, we'll see.
Just never know these
I've
days,
learned-
right?
I've learned when I turn the TV news on, I just brace myself.
We want to thank you for joining in today. We hope you enjoyed the show, and
Till we see you next week, everybody. We tell everyone to take care of one another. God bless you. God bless our great country. Until we see you again, always stay
plugged in. Have a great day.
Bye bye, everybody.
Bye.